We saw what happened in Venezuela, Maduro being kidnapped. And a lot of people are saying that America did this to capture Venezuela oil resources. That's not true. What America did was to spite China. China does have a lot of tools. It does have a lot of weapons. For example, it could continue to destabilize the US dollar. And we saw that with the silver markets, right? So what China did at the start of this year was announce that it would restrict exports of its silver. And China dominates the silver market. And this caused the price of silver to skyrocket. If the United States were to cut off China's oil, if the United States were to embargo China could just dump all its U.S. treasuries, could just cause financial havoc, and both nations would be destroyed. So what we're seeing, and here's a metaphor, okay? Imagine a ladder over an abyss. And both China and the United States are trying to climb this ladder, and it would be their best interest to climb it together at the same time. The United States, for whatever reason, insists on being higher than China. Now, if the United States goes too far and leaves China far behind, the ladder destabilizes and they both fall into the abyss. If China overtakes the United States and climbs too far, they also both fall into the abyss. Right now, the American financial industry lacks the capacity to self-correct. And so if the market collapses, it's probably going to take the entire economy with it. And so that's a great problem facing the U.S. financial industry. That's problem number one. Problem number two is over-financialization. And this goes back to the silver example. So China really needs silver. But in the United States, silver is used for speculation. So silver is really it's only paper silver. And a lot of these companies like JP Morgan, they're over leveraged 300 to 1. So every 1 ounce of silver that they have, they promise 300 on paper. This war will be settled in Odessa. I think that NATO will collapse in Odessa because NATO will commit to defending Odessa. Russia will encircle it, blockade it, and NATO will not be able to hold on. NATO will force Europeans to be conscripted into the army to die in Odessa. They will refuse.